That KP skunk hair was a warning spray we failed to heed.
It was, wasn't it? Driven by Hales. Good bit of fielding by Cottrell. He's still trying to do his best. Picks it up and cuts them off for a single at mid-off.
I see he still hasn't got slightly better fitting trousers, so we get to see his underwear still. That's,
oh yeah, that was hanging out all over the place in the last game, yes.
I've now understand why we've got a sprawling knuckle on the floor in front of us. This is not just a dreamy Sunday evening. The YouTube is down, so that's why the issue is there. And Knuckle has now fixed it. Mr. Fix-It has resolved the issue.
You say that, but it's not live. Because I'm sure Fred Titmus is not here. He's in the green room.
He's now down on one knee. This is ever so dreamy. Cottrell looking resplendently cool with his sunglasses there.
Short from Holder, and Bairstow's got hold of that one, but again he's picked out the fielder and he'll just get a single to Hetmeyer. He goes on to 8. Hales is on 16. There we are, we're live on YouTube now, so you can see our beautiful faces. Root is padded up. I'm surprised they haven't padded up, you know, Mark Wood for the lols.
Why not?
So, England have 15 minutes, according to Jane with a Y, to wrap this all up, because warm-ups are in full swing at the Basin Reserve. There's an early start.
New Zealand v Bangladesh. Good Yorker from Holder. Dug out by Hales, goes back to the bowler for no run.
So we were talking about this in the green room just before coming in. The pitch at the Basin Reserve, I mean, it's the same as the outfield. It's just absolutely madness. Have you two watched the match?
I haven't seen any
no,
of
I
it.
didn't see it, unfortunately, no.
Enough cricket to be going on within the last few days. Prefer the white ball myself anyway.
It's the best test, one of the best test grounds in the world at the Basin Reserve in Wellington. Beautiful ground. And Holder's
short again. Hales pulls down to long leg. It's going to be another 4. Fielder makes a perfunctory effort. It bounces across the
1, 2, 3, 4.
Some people in some blue shirts in the crowd. I'm not sure what they're representing. We had scheduled for 11 o'clock, expecting to see a full game of cricket here, which we're not going to get.
Definitely not.
But Iceland Cricket's representative is here to make the draw for their competition. It will be happening at the end of this game, which could be very soon. So if you bought a ticket for that, first of all, thank you very much for your donation. And secondly, make sure you tune in for the end of this innings when the winner will be drawn.
Yeah, probably about 20 minutes. So
it won't be long. It won't be long.
So quick, get the hurry up, get the hurry up.
Fabian Allen's going to continue. Steps away, Bairstow, and almost chops it onto his stumps, but just bounces in front and there's no run.
Bairstow always looks like he's utterly confused by life wherever he's playing cricket. Come on, son, you're playing cricket in the West Indies with England.
He's done exactly that. That's practically a replay.
Like
same ball. Well, he had this little spell where he headbutted Cameron Bancroft, and it all seems to be going off the rails a little bit. That was explained away as just sort of juvenile horseplay.
Yes.
Allen's in again, and Bairstow defends that one, so there is no run once again. But that was soon forgotten after everything that happened later in that tour and in others.
Anna Forsyth back in. Any England batsmen below Root who have even got their pads out of the kit bag.
But if you don't, then there'll be two quick rickets, and you'll be scrambling for them as Bairstow drops that down into the short leg area. Again, no run. Fabian Allen might get away with a maiden here, which would be something for him to hang his hat on. Bairstow again steps away, cuts it to extra cover point rather, and there's no run, so just 1 ball to go. Allen can at least bag a maiden, something for him to hang on to. I don't think Owen Morgan is padded up. We can't really see from there. That's too short. And Bairstow again just slaps it into the ground. He can't get his timing going at all there, so Allen has got away with a maiden. Well done to him. Still 28 for no wicket.
Yeah, Bairstow played the same shot about 4 times in that over there.
He did.
Exact same shot.
He's also bowling quite quickly there, Allen, up at 64 miles an hour on that last ball. So trying to fire it in, trying to do something.
To accompany his slightly bewildered face was his slightly bewildered batting there from Bairstow. Very, very bizarre for someone who can bat really well. It's not reading that at all. We can go back to Shipwatch like we were doing on Friday. Another nice
Well, is it the same one?
That looks lovely, doesn't it?
Some billionaire's yacht parked out in the Caribbean.
Nice life if you can have it. Hold us back to the crease.
He is swung away by Hales, and now he hasn't got hold of it, and it's dribbled out to mid-wicket for no run. And these two making it look like not the truest wicket, which is no excuse for getting bowled out for 71.
No.
So Scott Peters says, I'd have made them all get padded out and decide the next batsman with a pin in the team sheet just to make it interesting. That would be a great idea.
Yep. Deal the cards out 1 to 11. Done that before. I always get 11. Holders in, bit too full, but Hales again can't get away. That's 8 dot balls in a row. The West Indies building pressure. Not really.
Not really, no.
I'll tell you what, this is the 5th over, so we'll have a little change at the end of this over. If Ezra wants to come in, if someone wants to come in and ball by ball for me, and anyone else who'd like to join us from the hallowed green room.
By the sounds of it, it's already started over in Wellington. So Williamson has faced his first 2 balls and got no runs.
Finally got hold of that one. Hales, but he's been
caught. He's out.
What a
the
great
pressure
catch.
told. I don't know why the bowler's so happy, because it was a bit of a crap ball. But it was short down the leg side. Hales hooked it away without due care and attention, and John Campbell was able to grab the catch.
Typical Hales innings. He gets frustrated when he can't get his 4s and 6s and just plays like a nonchalant child, doesn't he?
Plays 4 dot balls and then he just starts slogging it around.
I mean, Hales, don't get me wrong, the boy can read a ball and he can smack it for 4 and 6, but he needs to learn the art of patience. He's just one of the most frustrating players to watch.
His mentality isn't...
This isn't really the theatre for learning patience, batting in a T20.
Wow. No, but I mean, he wants to play in sort of various formats of the game, and he just plays like a petulant child at times. I just don't understand the mentality.
A little bit harsh.
I'm not a fan of Alex Hales. He might not have guessed.
No fooling.
I'm sure he's a lovely boy.
England resisting the temptation to get funky with their batting order. The new batsman is facing up to Jason Holder, and he clips it into the leg side and they take a very quick single. And I think the field might have been in trouble there, Bairstow. And he's quite a quick runner, but I think maybe Joe Root surprised him a little bit with that call, and he has given him a little apology for it.
Some quite comfy fielding by Cottrell there as well when the ball came hurtling towards him.
Oh no, sorry, it was Root's end they went for. And he would have been just gone, I think. Dive there as he didn't want to get run out first ball. A bit of a hiding to nothing to come into bat in this kind of situation.
Durban Oakey says the collapse is on, we're doomed.
Doomed, yeah, that's Roy Pom. Yeah.
We're doomed late.
Bairstow again can't pull. He's been hit in the midriff by that one. He suddenly looks strangely out of touch. He's playing himself out of form, and he's going to have to stew for about a month till the next game. Might be better off getting out.
Jay Grover, actually I had a Smith song in my head earlier, wasn't this one? He plays like a nonchalant child. Smith's lyrics started for 10. Oh no, not on a Sunday evening. I've got to try and think of this now. What difference does it make came up earlier, and that's what got me thinking of that song.
Bairstow 8 off 15. He's been becalmed. He's fighting again, a quickish run to short fine leg, but they do get through fairly comfortably. That's the end of the over. It's 30 for 1. Yeah. Anyone come in and help us change us from the green room? Looking at each other.
I do agree with Hales, to be fair, what you were saying before. I think that he's got all the skill set, but his mentality's not there for any form of the game, to be honest. He gets frustrated too quickly. And that ball it's useless, to be fair. How's he got out from that?
But he's also in the field as well. He just doesn't, he stomps around, he gets a bit petulant, and you're just thinking you have all that talent, and yet you just need to calm down, mate, and just enjoy what you're playing. Enjoy the game.
So 30 for 1. Allen's going to continue, and why not? He has dropped that one short, and Bairstow has punished it.
No.
I think that's a 1 bounce 4, but we might need some confirmation. The umpire's given it 4. Let's go with 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
34 for 1.
I'll tell you what, Anna Forsyth is onto something here. Hale plays like a petulant child, while his opening batter acts like one to get what he wants. What's your Divas 11?
well, these two might not be too far away as Bairstow plays that one back to the bowler, and even with that 4, he's only got 13 off 18.
Virat Kohli's got to be in Divas 11.
He's got to be captain.
Oh.
Allen's in again. Uppish from Bairstow. It evades 2 fielders, both interested in that, but evade them it did when it's gone through extra cover for 4. Just a chance of a high catch for the shorter fielder at cover and a low catch for mid-off, but it sneaked past them both.
I remember Kohli last year
slap.
Going into the pavilion for the final test. All the India players were going through, signing autographs, chatting to the fans. Virat Kohli walked through the whole lot of them like they got a bad smell and just sort of snarled and just thinking, come on guys.
Yeah, just show a bit of respect.
Yeah, a little bit. It's the fans that make the game, and you're acting, again, like a petulant child.
Because he's an unbelievable player, but if he's acting like that... Then
Yeah.
Allen a bit full. Bairstow clips it out towards deep mid wicket to pick up a single. We're still in the power play, so only 2 men out. It makes the rest of this over.
And it makes you appreciate players like Rashid Khan. He gets absolutely mobbed wherever he goes, from anyone from waving the Afghanistan flag to, well, pretty much anyone. He's an absolute class bowler, and yet he takes the time and consideration to say hello to his fans, sign autographs. Fantastic character, really is.
Bairstow's back, is back to that one in the style he does, and I'm sure if England had been chasing a few more runs, they'd have taken a single there, but decided not to bother. It's now 39 for 1. Naka is going to come in. Is Ezra going to come in? Yep, probably for me and Jules. Yep.
So James says if Hales doesn't have the patience for T20, then maybe a good fit for the 100.
T10, yep. Plays that one out to extra cover. There's no run. England 39 for 1, more than halfway there to their ludicrously low total of 71 that they have to chase. I'll wibble for a little bit. That's probably all you're going to hear from me for this evening. I don't know when I'll be back, actually. If we're going to do some IPL, I'll come back in for that, definitely. I'm full respect to all our commentators who are going to come in at 4:30 for Afghanistan v Ireland, but that's not going to include me, so goodbye for now.
And go well, everybody, that's me too.
Alternative cricket commentary, bringing you laughs, bringing you jingles, bringing you joy. We are Gorillas. We need your... Patreon.com/Gorilla Cricket.
All fun and games in the St Kitts Sun for England. They're 39 for 1 after 6, chasing a 71 to record a whitewash. You're listening to Gorilla Cricket's coverage of the England's tour of the West Indies. This is the last game of what has been a long and at times chastening tour for England, but they're ending on a fun note. I'm Rakal Pandey taking you through the next, well, however long. Because
15 minutes, I'm going to say.
Johnny Bairstow and Joe Root are having a bit of fun out there. Jason Holder is continuing right arm over the wicket to Johnny Bairstow, who backs away and spanks this straight down the throat of Shimron Hetmyer, who's dropped another. He dropped 2 progressively easier catches on Friday and let one run through his legs. Fantastically entertaining cricketer, but his outfield catching needs work. Johnny Bairstow is dropped. England pick up a rather fortuitous single. I'm joined by Jack Cunningham, continuing his debut, reading your tweet.
Hello.
And for the first time, Ezra Bridger.
Yeah,
Ezra Hines, sorry, Ezra Bridger. He's a musician.
I actually think that was a free hit when we were switching over. You probably didn't see the signal. So technically was a...
Oh, no, he was signaling the power play. He was signaling the second power play. It's the first ball of the over. Slightly mad LBW appeal from Jason Holder.
Was he available?
Angling into Johnny Bairstow, and I'm fairly sure that came off a very thick inside edge, and indeed the umpire thinks exactly the same thing. Bairstow picks up a... in fact, no, he said they crossed, of course, because Root picks up the single off the... in fact, they did hit the pad, but it's sliding down leg. They come through for a leg by Johnny Bairstow back on strike. He's on 19, England 41 for 1. Ezra, you are bemoaning the state of this West Indies ODI team playing T20 as Jason Holder is in, bowls an attempted Yorker, but strays in line and sends it flying down the leg side. If you go into extras, you'll be able to...
But we've got a few more... We've got a few more members of the Divas 11 here, so Mog says, would Shane Storm have a press conference because he got called Fat Warren fit in the Diva 11?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. I mean, if you're that good, I guess it kind of goes with the territory to some extent. Hold it in. Back of a length. Bairstow dismissively picks this up off his hips and sends it into the crowd on the grass bank. They're diving for cover. Bairstow moves to 25. Jason Holder is a very admirable man and a very admirable cricketer, but he is hittable.
Right. Like I was saying in the green room, a lot of fans in the West Indies were not in agreement with this whole business of playing our ODI team as our T20 team. The consistency basically, we had 4 years to prepare for a World Cup, and we still have a Tri-Nation series to play.
Holder in from wider of the crease this time. Bairstow just blocks into the leg side. There is no run.
Right. So with the series still to play, this was basically unmotivated. It would have been good to, to see Prebus working with our T20 team to see actually what he would have produced.
Yeah. There's some talent certainly coming out of the CPL. I mean, I don't think he actually got a game, but Shafane Rutherford was in the squad when West Indies toured India late last year. He would have been a guy who would have been good to see at the international level. That's a Yorker from Jason Holder, but dug out by Bairstow. A bit of a bobble from John Campbell down there on the long leg boundary. They come through for a single.
So it's unfortunate that a number of players and new faces would have missed out. And then we have a situation where again we're trying Jason Holder as a limited overs captain, proven failure in the format. As a captain, but he hasn't won a series. I think there's 15 series, 14 series. Still hasn't won a series. We thankful for the draw against England,
but Holder in full delivery en route blocks up to mid on, and there is no run.
So honestly, after this performance, after this trial, to take Holder to the World Cup as a captain, having never won a series. What do you expect?
But it's almost too late to change now, though, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Who would you have as the one-day captain?
We could before this, this car crash. My choice was actually Shea Hope. To be the captain of the ODI side. He was performing beautifully, and
it's in the form of his life with the bat in one-day cricket.
Average around 40, makes the team as the keeper central.
Fabian Allen bowling the first ball of the 8th over. That's nicely played by Johnny Bairstow. Too wide, not a great ball from Allen with short third man up. No cover back there on the third man boundary. 4 runs to Johnny Bairstow. He moves to 30.
So being a fairly senior player, I didn't see why we couldn't use Hope as the ODI captain and relieve Jason of his duties.
Would you just another question on West Indies selection? Would you have Shea Hope keeping, or would you bring in a kind of a more specialist wicket keeper? Because Hope's not always impressed with the gloves. This is a dot ball. Johnny Bairstow trying to muscle that into the offside, gets nothing on it. Into the offside it goes. There is no run.
I actually don't think that's true. I think Shea Hope is a pretty decent keeper.
Fabian Allen in. This one skids onto Bairstow. He blocks into the offside. There is no run.
You see, the problem is after you start dipping form with the bat, then suddenly other aspects of your game comes into play if you're an all-rounder. You know, and into criticism. To be honest, if you've seen Shea Hope, he's been doing...
Down the track comes Johnny Bairstow. He's hit that hard, he's hit that flat. He's nearly punched a hole in the sight screen. 6 more to Johnny Bairstow.
I believe in miracles. Since you came to bat, you're 60 things.
Right, so I think Shea Hope did a pretty decent job. And to be honest, when you look at the West Indies team, we have a lot of keeping options. It wasn't like before when we had...
As Allen in, fires this down the leg side. Bairstow tries to sweep it. Another shot he plays with any kind of confidence ever, really, and off the bottom part of the bat it goes to short fine leg. There is no run.
There was a time in our history where we would tour all the way to New Zealand with one keeper, and now we have like 3 and 4 playing in the same team.
As Bairstow tries to turn this to leg, it's a bit of a leading edge. He has the tendency to look a little bit uncomfortable against even relatively modest spin bowling, which Fabian Allen's done all right. He's certainly bowled quite economically in these 2 T20s, but he's certainly not a world-class spinner by any stretch of the imagination. But with the chase as it is, it really ceases to matter. 8 overs gone. England 60 for 1. Need just 12 more to seal the series. 3-0. I was going to say, like Nicholas Purant in the squad.
That's fine. To me, it doesn't matter. You have options.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying is that if you've got Shai Hope absolutely is worth his place in the side with the bat. I mean, he's been in great form, and his strike rate is improving game on game.
So the thing is, Sheikh.
So I'm saying let him bat.
Well, to me, it doesn't matter because you have 2 guys who are explosive with the bat. Purant or Shai Hope.
Okay.
You could make the same argument for both.
Okay.
You also have Hetmar, who's a keeper. To be honest,
that's true.
We would probably call him more part-time than Shai Hope and Purant, but you have options. It is.
Yeah. Would Purant be on your World Cup 15?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. A man who actually is probably slightly lucky to still. Nice, I was about to say he's slightly lucky to be still in a white ball team, but he's dismissed Johnny Bairstow first ball. We didn't even get a chance to jingle up Devendra Bishu, but he's bowled a straight one which just skids on to Johnny Bairstow. It was an attempted leggy. It didn't. Maybe just held up, and Bairstow just missed that.
It's poor by Bairstow.
So, before, on the drive over, I heard Jules talking about stats, and I absolutely love stats, like scoring and stuff. And one criticism of Bishu is that he bowls too short.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
If you look at the pitch map from the last match, all of his balls were flighted.
Yeah.
Every single one. And I think that's why he has suffered of late. Because he doesn't really have, or he has a googly that he hardly ever bowls, and being lacking some confidence, he doesn't go for the flight.
Yeah, I think it's reflected. I think in his ODI figures. I mean, his average is shocking over his average with the ball is shocking, and he's not nearly economical enough to make up for his lack of penetration with the ball.
Yeah, and then he can't hold a bat, so why is he there?
Yeah, and he's not a brilliant fielder. England's captain comes to the middle to perform the last rites, as we certainly expect, unless something absolutely extraordinary happens. You may see that on if you're watching us on Facebook Live or indeed on Crick Tracker, a special guest has hoved into view.
Old O'Connor had a farm, E-I-O and Morgan.
I think I've just seen Shimmer and Hetmar putting the helmet and putting the box in. I think the West Indies are going to go for a sort of slip and short leg test match style field. That really was poor from Johnny Bairstow. He just didn't pick up the length at all and ended up just poking vaguely in the direction of the ball. Yeah, slipping a short leg and no, it is the googly from Devendra Bishu. I know Morgan misreads it completely and it turns past the outside edge. There is no run.
So did I just tell you that? Yeah. And this is when he bowls it, which makes no sense at all.
I barely saw a googly from Bishu in the one-day series.
He never bowled it.
That is another googly.
Googly.
Sliding across Owen Morgan. He's on the back foot and poking to cover point. There is no run. We welcome our special guest from your favourite national ball Twitter account, Iceland Cricket. It is Kit Harris. This is another googly from Devendra Bishu. 3 in a row. Morgan blocks back to Devendra Bishu. There is no run. You're in position right now, Kit, because we're going to make at the end of this game the prize draw, which I'll give you a little bit more details. This is tossed up and Morgan blocks into the offside. There is no run. So Iceland Cricket are trying to raise money to build the most northerly cricket ground in the world, and I understand there was a very exciting prize for for those who gave a certain amount of money to the cause, as we'll wait for that after this last ball. Another googly, 4 in 5 from Devendra Bishu, and he'd somehow bowled a wicket maiden. England 60 for 2.
Hello, Knuckle. Ezra.
Welcome, welcome.
Good evening, everybody. Well, as England make the result of this match more than a foregone conclusion, there is still a little jeopardy in the Guerrilla Cricket and Iceland Cricket giveaway. We have a large number of people who've entered, but I think it probably now is a good idea to say we call time on it. Please don't enter now.
The competition is closed. Can we say that your vote will not be counted, but entries may still be charged?
Oh, very much. We must charge them.
Yes. Talk us through the prize that Campbell, you won. I think it was the £10 donation to the crowd fund put you in the running for a fantastic prize.
Yes, it's the England versus Pakistan One-Day International at the Kia Oval on the 8th of May, and you get 2 full corporate hospitality tickets up in the top of the OCS stand. Champagne reception, 3-course lunch, afternoon tea. We throw in 2 Iceland cricket jerseys and a limitless bar.
Fabulous.
So that's why we've excluded Icelanders from entering the competition.
What is all that worth in monetary value?
We're told by the generous folks at the Oval and Surrey that it's £800 worth of hospitality tickets.
Absolutely fabulous. We do have a change of bowling. Bowling his first delivery in T20 international cricket, and it's a reasonable one. Nicely flighted off break. Clipped to mid-wicket, there is no run.
He bowls off breaks as well. He's gonna get you, John, get you.
He's in now. A hint of turn on the back foot. Joe Root pushing to mid-on to Darren Bravo. There is no run. The steam has rather gone out of this game. It's all very gentle as Campbell is in, and Root just clips in sort of net fashion to mid-on. There is no run. Suddenly out of nowhere, we've had 9 dot balls in a row, of course, including the wicket.
And a lot of experimentation, obviously, because
Campbell in that one turns from outside off stump. I think it hit
run out.
Outside the line. There's almost a run out from sort of short fine leg. It came off the pad of Joe Root to short fine. The man came in quickly. Root took a couple of steps down the track and was rightly sent back by his red ball captain Owen Morgan, who actually rather sold him down the river. It was a bit of a yes-no sorry, and the underarm throw up with 1 stump to aim at actually missed by quite a long way. Had that hit, I think Root might well have been struggling. Finally a run as this is Fuller on off stump and punched by Joe Root up to Obed McCoy at long on for a single. England crawling towards a victory.
Shall I tell you a little bit about this northernmost ground?
Okay.
The northernmost ground at the moment is in Umeå in Sweden.
Okay.
And we're going to be about 300 kilometres further north, albeit on a different line of longitude. Yes. We're going to be 65 degrees latitude north in a little Icelandic town south of Reykjavik called Hafnarfjord. I was teasing Knuckle earlier on for being so precise in the pronunciation of Indian names.
Oh, he's bowled him! No, he hasn't bowled him. I thought for all the world that had taken the off bail, but the Lako Singh Bales has done me a fabulous delivery from John Campbell. Ripped it past the outside edge of Owen Morgan. Missed the off bail by inches. The slip in the gully, hands on head. Morgan has been well and truly beaten by that. Holder at slip cannot believe that has missed off stump. Neither can John Campbell. He's not got his first T20 international wicket. I'm not quite sure why the umpire is shaking his head. No one really appealed for anything. End of the 10th over, England 61 for 2.
I think that was disbelief. He couldn't believe he missed the ball. This stunt.
He couldn't believe John Campbell turned it that much.
Exactly.
I want to hear you do it again.
Hafnarfjord?
Hafnarfjord. I'm here to tell you, this guy is not just precise with one national set of pronunciation. That is remarkable.
Thank you very much.
Spoken like a true native. The beard is Icelandic.
Thank you very much. I'm a pedant in all things.
Harbourfjord.
Ah.
Literally.
It sounds beautiful.
Are we going to see?
Well, maybe it sounds beautiful.
Bishu into the leg break to Joe Root. They do take the single. Rather a scampered single to the man coming in from mid on. Root moves 2-4. Owen Morgan's tortured spell. That's turned from middle stump, and I think it actually clipped the back pad on its way past. That's why it didn't hit the off stump. It clipped the back pad, and then that took it past off stump. It was turning enough to just miss the outside of off stump. Bishu bowling to this hitherto hapless Owen Morgan, but that's a beautiful shot by Morgan. He's so good down the ground. He got his wrist through the ball, that hand speed which he has made his trademark. Morgan off the mark with 6. 4 to win, and we edge ever closer to the end of this game. England's whitewash, and finding out the winner of this competition, which will so everyone who donated £10 to the crowdfunding got entered into a prize draw to win these 2 tickets, hospitality tickets, to the England-Pakistan One Day International at the Kia Oval. That is the game. That is a full delivery outside leg stump. Owen Morgan sweeps for 4. The England captain sees his home side at home. It's been a dominant display from England with the ball in the last 2 T20s. Bowled the West Indies out for 45 the other day, for 71 today, and they've won it with 11.5 overs to spare by 8 wickets. England win the T20 series 3-0. It's not really a measure of revenge at all for the World T20 final, but rest assured that some English papers will be writing it as such.
I think Cricket West Indies needs to apologise to the people of Sugar City. That's the affectionate name for St. Kitts in the Caribbean. Really unfortunate that we took the decision to play our ODI side in T20.
Yeah, it did seem an odd decision. I mean, the West Indies are the reigning world champions in T20 cricket. Yes, there are guys who, for various reasons, wouldn't be in the squad anyway. You know, Andre Russell is injured, Evan Lewis is still injured. But, you know, you would have expected the guy like Sunil Narine, potentially Kyron Pollard.
Narine, to be fair, that's not the board's
well, as I understand it, he said that his bowling action can't stand up to 10 overs. Presumably it could stand up to 4.
So that's Russell. That's Russell who
I heard it was his. Oh, I thought Narine basically thought his remodeled action because of potential fears about chucking. That's why he's basically ruled himself out of the World Cup.
So that's the issue with Narine.
Yeah.
Versus Russell.
Yeah.
Russell has a knee problem, and that's well documented.
Yeah, we saw him on the sideline to the 5th ODI with huge strapping on his knee. But those selection issues for the West Indies can be parked for another day, because here on Guerrilla Cricket we are delighted to allow our friend Kit from Iceland Cricket to announce the winner of the competition.
Knuckle, you're going to choose the winner.
Am I?
You're also going to verify that this is all good and fair.
Yes, we have the spreadsheet in front of us.
We've got a spreadsheet. 183 people have bought tickets.
Yes.
Well, fewer than that have bought tickets, but we've sold 183 tickets. £1,830 towards the construction of the world's northernmost cricket ground. Here we have a random number generator, which is 1 to 183, and if you press generate, Knuckle, and tell me what number is there, I shall read out the winner from this list.
My thumb is poised over the generate button. There's no way you can see that from here, but I'm showing it to you anyway. I'm pressing the button in 3, 2, 1. 92, number 92, come on down.
Now here we go, let's have a look where we're going, and it is Emily Sanders of North London. Emily Sanders, number 92. 2 tickets on their way to you. Thank you very much, Emily, for entering, and thank you to everybody else who participated. It was wonderful to have your help. And thank you too to Guerrilla Cricket for everything you've done.
Thank you very much for coming on the show. It's been a delight to be able to plug this competition. I know a number of our listeners entered the competition. We will tweet out the details of the competition winner. Congratulations to Emily Sanders. Congratulations also to England for winning this third T20 International in convincing fashion, winning the series 3-0. We will be back on Wednesday. If you could theme tunes there. We just theme tunes. We'll be back on Wednesday for the 5th, and now after the India's rather surprising defeat, or rather Australia's fantastic victory led by Ashton Turner's 83 not out, playing just his second one-day international. That was a fabulous game that we covered earlier today. The double headers are done for now. We've been bringing you morning one-day internationals and evening T20s for the last few weeks. We thank you all for your interest and your support during that time, and thank you in particular to Morgan and Forsyth, who at various points in that series sent us pizzas, one ordered from Melbourne, one ordered from Vancouver. Huge support and admiration to you guys, and we hope you will join us all. You will all join us on Wednesday. We'll be on air at 7:55 a.m. for that deciding one-day international in Delhi. We'll also be back for every single ball of the Ireland-Afghanistan test. We believe we are the only place in the world where you can hear live one-day international, audio ball-by-ball coverage of that test match between Afghanistan and Ireland in Dehradun. But until Wednesday, it's goodbye from everyone here at Guerrilla Cricket.
Guerrilla Cricket.